Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And it looks like the FBI's favorite January 6er got off with a slap on the wrist. Of course, the one who sat there and encouraged people to go to the Capitol, to enter the Capitol, and continue to create the mess that we saw happen on January 6th. Of course, got off with a slap on the wrist because he's a Fed. He's a Fed, allegedly, right? This dude, there's no question the way the government handled this guy, that he did in some way, shape, or form worked for the government. The way that they sat there and protected him, even in the midst of all of the evidence, all the video evidence, everything that was shown on this guy, he gets away with serving zero time, a $1,000, $500, or $1,000 fine, and some community service, no travel restrictions whatsoever. This dude, yeah, something sus, right? So before we dive into today's video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. Allow me to share some info with you. Hopefully, you can share it with your friends and family. Smash that like button at 1,500 likes. If you like the content, you like the video, you like the channel, you can smash that join button, become a member of the channel, or you can smash that super thanks as well. It helps the channel. Appreciate all that have done that. And of course, thank you to all the new subscribers who have come to the channel. We appreciate you as we are closing in on 226,000 subs. So let's go ahead and dive into what we have here coming to us from the Gateway Pundit. And it says, breaking, Ray Epps sentence, no jail time, 1 year probation, $500 fine, and 100 hours of community service. Justice in America is dead. The lone insurrectionist escapes. Two-tier justice is no justice. January 6th operative Epps was sentenced on Tuesday to no jail time. Epps, on the only January protester who actually told people to go into the Capitol, has officially been sentenced to 1 year probation, $500 in restitution, and 100 hours of community service. Epps did not even have to show up for court today. He called in via Zoom. The Biden regime refused to charge Epps with hurling a sign at police, with 8 others are rotting in prison today for just touching the sign. Epps steered it towards the police and hurled it at them. He is free today. Our government is broken. In video, we've seen all the video. We saw him engaging in all of this. There he is, right there. This stuff here. There's Epps, right in the middle of it, right? Epps is the protesters walk over it to where the police are standing outside the U.S. Capitol. Epps is with them the entire time. After the sign is released, Epps pops up and is seen standing directly or directing the crowd. Then this was captured on video. Discovery clip right here. We see this. He's right there. He's right there. And of course, today, several men are sitting in prison for just touching the sign that passed over their heads as Epps was hurling it at police. The D.C. Kangaroo suddenly changed Ray Epps' in-person public sentencing hearing to a remote Zoom hearing yesterday evening. Epps was scheduled to appear in person today at 10 a.m. At the United States Courthouse in Washington, D.C. for his sentencing. According to the court docket on 1/8/24, the hearing was modified to hybrid meeting government in-person defense via Zoom. It's reported by the Gateway Pundit. Epps was just sued by January 6th defendant Eric Clark for conspiracy to violate civil rights. The case was filed in Utah federal court. Here's where it gets shady, right? The Gateway Pundit had a tip that Epps was going to be served with a lawsuit at the courthouse during his sentencing. Process servers were hired by the plaintiff, and our reporters were scheduled to be there to capture the moment Epps was served on video. This was all discussed yesterday in a private phone calls. Then, like magic, Epps' fairy godmother changed the public in-person sentencing hearing to a remote telephone sentencing hearing. What a coincidence. This was approved by the dishonorable Obama-appointed Chief Judge James Boasberg. There we go. This guy, there's a great write-up over on Twitter by Radix. She's pretty awesome. She covers all this January 6th stuff. Let's see if I can pull this up real quick for you guys, because she went to the courthouse today to actually cover this. Radix Verdum is the person who sat here and got this thread going here today. So we look at it. bring it up right here. And she talks about the whole thing right here. Prosecutor said they used a prosecutional discretion to choose to charge Epps with a misdemeanor, despite the same prosecutor arguing 10 minutes before that Epps had engaged in a felonious act. The government agreed with Epps' defense lawyers' arguments regarding the mitigating factors for Epps. Epps and his lawyers, along with the government and Judge Bosberg, all agreed Epps was the victim of widespread conspiracy theories. The DOJ themselves admitted that they were giving Epps a significant break. The prosecutors argued 6 months an appropriate sentence, but the prosecution then proceeded to praise Epps, claiming he actually supported law enforcement officers that day. Epps' lawyers pointed out that Epps called the FBI almost immediately on 1/8/2021 and that he gave voluntary statements and cooperated. Epps was allowed to speak, and he said that the FBI had nothing to do with what happened on January 6th. He blamed Fox News for peddling election integrity conspiracy theories, and he also blamed Trump. He then said that he believes January 6th was an insurrection. Epps' lawyer claimed people called Epps a boomer on January 5th when Epps was recorded on a video urging rally attendees to go into the Capitol the next day. Bake Alaska and others started chanting "Fed, Fed, Fed," but Epps' lawyer claims Epps was trying to de-escalate at that moment. Epps' lawyer made the claim Epps just said we should go down to the Capitol and claimed he never told people to go in. The government did not dispute this claim. We have seen the video evidence and contradicts this, though, right? He said we need to go into the Capitol, is what he said. Epps' lawyer then made a big thing about Epps in the post-January 6th interview with a citizen journalist talking about what happened on J6 being symbolic. His lawyer said to Epps, it was just a symbolic amplification of his voice to Epps. Then Ray Epps' lawyer made an astounding admission. He claims that after reviewing the footage of Epps and his conduct, the government made a formal decision in 2021 not to charge Epps with anything. He then claims Epps is being unfairly treated now with the government giving him a sentence. And it goes on and on. She writes this whole thing here. Here's the biggest thing right here. There you have it. Epps is a unique and complicated case, and it is a victim of widespread conspiracy theories. Totally not an FBI informant, Fed, or working for a contractor that contracts with the Feds, which is why he got an amazing sweetheart deal and praise from the judge. Absolutely disgusting as what we see take place here. If you're not following Radix, you need to go follow her. She is amazing. Citizen journalist. She's out there. She's covering it. Great stuff. Check her out. I'll leave a link for her Twitter in the description down below. You can go check her out. Go give her a follow. She also has a YouTube channel as well. And I believe she's also on Rumble on the same name. So all her links are there. So check her out. Don't forget to let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great, great day.